Hey Mom, it's dark here. 5:30 a.m., 5:35 a.m. Let's start Strava. I am at Shelter Cove, the start of the Skyline to Sea trail. Alright, the Lost Coast Trail starts at Shelter Cove, northern west coast of the United States. Black Sands Beach Trailhead, because it's got a paved road and the trailhead, so that was the first. This is what's the route? Well, the sun has risen. Oh, in the east. Can't see it yet here on the west coast. Pacific Ocean, twilight. I'm walking north on Black Sands Beach. Tide's going out, beach is opening up. Hiking my bike. It's gotten a lot warmer since I started. Shed my insulation layers. And let's see. Things are going pretty well. Trip's winding up. It's a lot more peaceful and less scary when it's not dark out. Doesn't feel like you're gonna get taken out by a rogue wave. There was a peacefulness to hiking in the dark though. It was clear and I could see the stars. Alright, bye. Hey Mom, I made it to Kitchell Creek. Just filtered out some water. Buck Creek is next actually. Done about 4 miles. They're going slow on this rocky sand. But it's a nice day and I'm gonna drink some caffeine and eat a Pop-Tart and keep on keeping on. Made it to the sun. Just put on some sunscreen. This is definitely a segment of the trail that doesn't exist during high tide, and there's about 30 minutes left before low tide, so I'm gonna just try and keep on keeping on. But it's gonna be really nice hiking in this sun. Hey Mom! See the harbor seals over here sitting on the rocks in low tide, taking in the morning sun. Except we're really far from a harbor. Bye seals. Enjoy your day in the ocean. Pretty cool seeing wildlife on this ocean trail. Most of the trails I hike were built by the California Conservation Corps in the state of California. This one, well, it's built by God if you believe in God, for universe if you believe in the universe. Man didn't make this trail. Pretty unique. Alright, bye Mom. Oh, this poor starfish got washed up on the shore. The ocean decides. Hopefully it makes it back out during the next high tide cycle. This is Big Oak Flat, about 9 miles by the coast from Shelter Cove. Hey Mom, I'm on the northern side of Big Oak Flat. This is someone put a road in here, and it's really the first time I've been able to ride the bike on the coastal section of the trail. Might be able to ride for a mile or so, which is pretty cool. It makes it a little bit more of a bike than a hike. Hey Mom, I'm at Randall Creek, which is about 17.7 miles from, basically the tide is on its way in, right? It's got about 2 more hours before it's all the way in. And you can see it's covering the trail. So what does that mean? It means I'm gonna wait till 3 or 4 o'clock. Minimum 3 o'clock. We'll see how high the tide is, but basically once the tide's going out, I can hike this next section. So I don't want to start onto it obviously while the tide's coming in, because it's just ocean, there's no trail. So it's time to take a rest and wait for the tide. All right, bye Mom. Hey Mom, I'm posted up this random gully. I decided to push it a little bit further, and as the tide was coming in, and then I saw this gully and I was like, all right, time to come up this gully and wait. So that's what I'm doing. Single day. I think that was single day. Maybe I'm more tired than I think. It's hard to speak clearly and formulate sentences when you're tired. So I've done about 18.5 miles, and I think I have about 7 to go. It's 25 total, and I'm gonna add a little extra with Strava. I think I had really good momentum from the start of the day until, you know, I got trapped by the tide. And then at my first location, which was Randall Creek, it was super windy, and I had a bit of a windbreak, but I was like, you know, I was looking at the topo, I was like, maybe I can make another mile or at least make it to the next spot, because I have a couple hours. You know, I got there at like 1 o'clock. I sat around for half an hour, and then I was like, you know, the high tide's not till 4, so maybe I can make it through. And I ended up like trail running the next segment as the way, because there's a couple like sections that the tide is just high enough at 3 feet to take in, and this tide's gonna go can't remember how high, maybe 4.24 feet by 3:50 p.m. And so it's like I gotta wait for it to come all the way up and then start to come down before I can hike. And so I made a plan, which is to high tide's a little before 4, so about 6 o'clock, right at dusk, is my plan to start hiking if I can. But the good thing is I can hike without fear of, you know, the tide like taking over the beach or like a sleeper wave coming in and washing me out to sea, because the tide's going out. And the tide will go out until 9 p.m. and it will come back in, but it comes back in slowly and won't come all the way in until about midnight. So, and it is gonna get pretty high. It's gonna get over 5 feet. So if I, you know, I expect I'll have to hike a bike a little bit or a lot of bit of the next set of miles. So that will put me, if I do 2 miles an hour for 8 miles, that's 4 hours. And that's about my pace hiking the bike through the boulder fields. It's about 2 miles an hour, which is a lot of what the beaches are in this section. So, and it's gonna be dark. So it's, you know, it's February, it gets dark at, sunset's at 5:30, dusk is at 6:15. So I'm just kind of accepting the fact that try and sleep a little bit now. Some food cold soaking, and you know, in my other sports that I'm more experienced in, like rafting, you know, I've night floated and haven't done a lot of night hiking on new trails, or definitely an ocean trail like this, so it should be a unique experience. Hey Mom! It's a little after 4 o'clock. You'll see the ocean soon enough, but I just hiked the bike back down there and checked, and I got some great data. I was able to see where my tide charts from, our tide prediction is from the Shelter Cove area, 18 miles south, and anyway, let's just talk through the last couple hours. The last hour I got a pretty good nap. I was able to wind down a little bit, and the good news is when I hike down there, the beach is passable, at least, you know, for the next, let's just say 3/4 of a mile. And the great thing is the tide's going out, so the door is opening. So I'm looking forward to the evening hike. I'm gonna eat this food and then I'm gonna get on trail. And I'm gonna get on trail a little earlier than I was planning, a little earlier than 6 o'clock, probably closer to 5 o'clock, maybe even 4:45, and we'll see if I'm too close to the high tide that's going out. So I might get stuck on the ocean down there. It is pretty windy. It's nice being up here out of the wind. So that's what it's gonna be like. All right, bye Mom.
From the streets. What?
Hey Mom, it's dark. I just rolled up on this elephant seal. Kind of feel bad for it. I'm just bedding down for the night. Never been so close to one. Apparently it has a GPS on it. It's branded GPS. Oh.